My name is Joseph Wu, matrix number 2x7189. I am presenting the introduction of our coursework. Malaysia consists of a total coastline length of 9,222 km and an exclusive economic zone with a total area of 198,173 km square. The fisheries sector in Malaysia is benefited by this superior geographical condition. This sector is managed by the Department of Fisheries, which is charged of the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Industries and is responsible for the transformation of Malaysia's competitive and sustainable fishery. Malaysia's fishery sector consists of two main components, which are aquaculture and marine capture fisheries. The fishery sector plays a vital role in Malaysia's economic and food security since it creates employment opportunities which are helpful in rural development, and this sector also is an important source of animal protein. Based on the data, the fishery sector has contributed 0.01% in Malaysia's gross domestic product, which is GDP, and fish consumption with an amount of 57.8 km per capita. In the same year, Malaysia has been ranked as 19th place in world capture fishery production and 7th place in world agriculture production of aquatic plants. The Malaysian government pays great attention to the fisheries sector. The government has issued subsidies in various forms to the fisheries sector, such as its income support, price support, lending incentive, and input support. For example, the Malaysian government has announced income support in the form of a monthly allowance worth 250 ringgit Malaysia under the budget released in October 2019. Besides that, the government also released a diesel subsidy of $0.53 per litre to the fisheries. Nowadays, the problem of degradation, overexploitation, and pollution keep giving impact to the fishery ecosystems in Malaysia. Hence, there is a question whether the decision of government in giving the fishery sector subsidies will make the problems stated above worse or lessen their impacts.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Najjar binti Osman, matrix number 286862. So I will be presenting my part, which is data analysis. So without further ado, let's start. Data analysis, government expenditure. Government expenditures in fisheries sector are divided into three parts, which are first, development, special expenses, and management. The government is interested in increasing fish production and export, also import of fish from within and outside the country. Through the government expenditure itself on the fishery sector, it was found that the government carried out a lot of aquaculture development and fish landing activities, such as providing education to fishermen, adding and repairing piers in selected areas. This is to increase the fish landing quantity and also aquaculture enhancement. As summary, government expenditures on the fishery sector from 2016 until 2020 actually influenced the growth in the fishery sector. Next, I will be present about data analysis subsector, marine and aquaculture. 2016, the expenditure of government in subsector marine was ringgit Malaysia 332,000,000, decreased from 2015, which RM ringgit Malaysia 290,000,000. In the aquaculture sector, the number of expenditure in 2016 also decreased from the previous year, which is from RM ringgit Malaysia 5826430 to ringgit Malaysia R2287577.57. As we can see, in terms of the marine sector, the government focused on developing other sectors such as seed cultivation in agriculture. So that's all from me, and thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Aida Adelina binti Azhar Azman and my metric number is 286638. And I would like to present about the impact of government expenditure on fisheries sector. First is the production. Fisheries sector are responsible for food production and supplies as more people depend on fish for their consumption as the animal protein. Government expenditure affecting socio-economic and ecological system including food security. Also, government expenditure help fisheries sector via providing the subsidies such as fuel and diesel, fishermen living allowance, and more to reduce the cost of operation as their production become more efficient. However, pandemic COVID-19 caused service disruption in aquaculture industry, especially in the supply, and it is severely affected due to the decrease in local demand. The closure of food service establishment, stay-home policies, and decline in the tourism industries mean a significant disruption in the demand and sales of fisheries sector. Second is promote the development of fisheries infrastructure. Government, via Lembaga Kemajuan Ikan Malaysia, responsible for the development of fisheries infrastructure. They need to provide integrated and modern fish landing infrastructure facilities, system storage and systematic marketing, and has efficient fish handling system to support development of the fishing industry and help fishing community to run fish landing activities. There are a lot of infrastructure provided by the government. As an example, the construction of Tanjung Bakor Fishing Port in Sarawak. This project includes designing, developing, and maintaining the 409,559 square foot fish landing and market facility. The construction of this port aims to provide fish landing facilities for fishermen and the fishing industry around the Kuching area. Also, this project can centralize all fish landings in one place and is able to reduce post-harvest damage. This project focuses to increase the amount of fish landing capacity. The third one is initiative by the government. The initiative should be provided by the government in order to increase the fisheries production. Lembaga Kemajuan Ikan Malaysia should allocate the provision given to fisheries to ensure the sector in good condition. Initiative provided such as subsidies give a big impact on the fisheries production. The subsidies such as fuel and diesel help to reduce the cost of the production as the production in the fishing sector increase. Besides, the government has provided a government fund loan program for fishermen. These loan funds are intended to provide easy loan for the purchase of new boats and equipment or to repay existing boats, operating capital loans, and emergency loans for fishermen. The implementation of this fishing fund also aims to reduce the dependency and influence of middlemen in the life of the fishing community. The schemes provided are the Fishermen Institution Development Loan schemes, the Commercial Fishermen Loan schemes, the Fishermen Housing Loan schemes, and more. In 2020, the government spends more to increase the productivity of fishermen, especially to enhance their skills to land more marine fish.
Hai, Assalamualaikum Doktor. My name is Nur Akila binti Muhammad. My metric number is 286905. So, my recommendation to increase fish production in our country is to strengthen the marketing network, improve infrastructure and use modern technology, intensive the activities of deep sea, fishing and aquaculture. Most of the small fishermen in our country is low income because they are oppressed by the modern fishermen who have a market power. Ordinary fishermen cannot be compete well in market because modern fishermen have entered the big market and offer cheapest price. Therefore, the government should eliminate the role of middlemen by doing centralized marketing and fisher cooperative. In addition, create a small fishermen association so that they can work together to carry out fishing activity widely by using small boat. The establishment of this association is able to change the fate of fishermen and increase the yield of fish production in our country. Therefore, they can compete healthily with the modern fishermen. Transportation and telecommunication systems are very important for fishermen to access GPS to allocate locations that have a lot of fish. In addition, infrastructure improvement at port also need to be improved to make it easier for fishermen to land fish and sell fish directly to wholesalers. For example, a large jetty ports and ice factory. The government also need to provide assistance to fishermen to increase the use of boat and fishing equipment with modern technology such as eco-sonar equipment, freezer room, and high-power boats. The problem of sea border encroachment is also cause of the country fishing activity being affected. Therefore, the government need to hold negotiation with neighboring countries to clarify this problem so that deep sea fishing activities will run smoothly in our country. Next, aquaculture fisheries also need to be improved to accommodate the dwindling supply of marine fisheries, especially during the monsoon season. Therefore, capital assistance, subsidies, and continuous advisory service to farmers are essential for aquaculture to develop. The government should also be prepared to export aquaculture products to foreign market because it can contribute to the country export income.
Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. I am Ms. Macroeconomics and my matric number is 286977 and I want to present the conclusion of our study, the impact of government expenditure by total and its component on fisheries sector from 2015 to 2020. In addition to being a substantial source of revenue for both individuals and businesses, the fishing industry also plays an important role in ensuring the world food supply through international trade. Government expenditure are clearly perceived to be essential for the fishermen's economic well-being, such as subsidy can reduce the cost of fishing operation and enhance revenue, and also can create supply scarcity, result that make fishing sector more profitable. Based on the study, government expenditure has been shown to play an important role in the fishing industry. From the graph, the marine and aquaculture sector has also been affected with the money contributed by the government in this subsector. The result also suggests that the other factor that has been affected the government expenditure will also subsequently affect the fishery industry in Malaysia. However, the important result of this study suggests that government expenditure, such as subsidy, have attracted many fishers, and it then will lead to the increasing in fishing effort. This will also then lead to the increasing supply of fishery product and will further meet the demand for fish product in the market. The country income will also increase if the supply of fish can meet the demand for fishery product in Malaysia. The country also will no longer depend on import of fishery product from foreign country, and it will be better if we the one that export our fishery product to the foreign country. So that's all from us. Thank you.